told you, there's a social media platform out there that actually feels fun again, allows you to be yourself, share unhinged thoughts, and still contribute to brand awareness. Yes, it exists. Threads is the underrated social media platform that feels like a breath of fresh air these days. It's real, it's messy, it's funny, and it might just be the place where your brand finally feels human again. Hey, I'm Connie, the social media coordinator here at Sendable, and in this video I'm going to be sharing exactly how we grew our Threads views by over 30,000% in just 3 months. Yes, that number still shocks me too. I'll show you what worked, what didn't, and why Threads might just become your new favourite place to post. If you want the full breakdown, make sure to download our free Threads report below. When Threads launched, a lot of people, including us, treated it like Twitter 2.0. We just repurposed posts, copy-pasted content, and hoped for the best. It wasn't bad, but it definitely wasn't working. After performing a social media audit, which we've linked in the description, we realised that Threads wasn't built on that kind of content. It's not a broadcast platform, it's a conversation, kind of like the group chat of social media. Once we dropped the more corporate voice and embraced a more relaxed human tone, things changed. We leaned into the silly stuff, inside jokes that only social media managers would get, relatable struggles, random thoughts that sounded more like text to a friend than brand posts, and suddenly people started replying. Not just for the tips or insights, but because of the person behind the platform. Now, if you haven't set up your Threads account yet, don't worry, that part's easy. First, create your account. You'll need to log in through Instagram, so your username, bio, and verification will come along with you. Then, you should optimize your profile. Keep it fun, short, casual. Threads isn't the place for a corporate elevator pitch, it's more, this is who we are, come and talk to us. But you should always use keywords to make your profile searchable. Then, change your profile photo. You can keep it consistent with your Instagram one, but you can always mix it up with something funnier from time to time to join in on trending topics and jokes. Just make sure it's a clear, high quality image. Then, make sure to check your settings, privacy, and notifications. Threads is all about connections, so you don't want to miss out on replies or quotes. Finally, talk to people, follow people, connect with others. Whether that's brands, creators, or random users, the more you engage, the faster you'll grow. And don't overthink your first post. Seriously, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be you. So, how do you actually grow on Threads without being overwhelmed? You need a strategy. That's why we created the Real Threads strategy, and it's simple but powerful. R is for relatable voice. Think of Threads as talking to your bestie, not replying to a corporate email. Skip the big words or hot takes and just keep it honest and conversational. Threads thrives on text-only posts that sound like thoughts, not salesy announcement. E is for everyday. Threads moves fast and you need to keep up. Posting daily helps you stay visible and consistent. That's why I use smart cues to schedule posts in advance so I can focus on managing the platform. A is for anchored in content pillars. This is because you need structure. Although it may seem like it, our posts aren't random. We carefully selected content pillars that work for our audience. So for example, evergreen memes, social media manager struggles, relatable thoughts, and reactive content. Yours can be whatever fits your niche. Just keep it varied and human. L is for led by community. Now this is my favourite part and what truly makes Threads special. You can't just post and leave because Threads is all about community. Reply to people, quote other brands, and jump into random conversations. Some of our biggest threads came from random interactions, like the time we replied to Fanta and ended up with 24,000 views. Threads is about relationships, not reach. Once we focused on connections over perfections, everything clicked. Here are the things that really stood out to us during our Threads growth journey. Repurposed content doesn't work. Threads is completely unique and audiences can tell if you're just recycling posts from other platforms. Threads has always been incredibly niche and fast-paced trends. For example, the time that all the brands decided to post about radioactive shrimp. To grow on Threads, you need to write specifically for Threads and be part of those conversations. Text-only posts perform best. Whenever we posted with links and images, our engagement was significantly lower than when we posted without. Simple, readable text posts will often get the most engagement. Funny and relatable posts are better than polished and salesy posts. Posts that make someone stop, laugh, or say "me too" are always going to outperform a perfectly created post. Humour and relatability go a long way in making your brand feel human. Replies matter way more than reach. It can be so tempting to chase views and virality by posting, but we found that engaging with other people has actually been the reason for virality. And to top it off, we created long-term connections with users. Showing up is all that matters. You don't need to be perfect. Even a simple thought of the day is better than waiting for a perfect post that went through 12 approvals. Consistency and honesty build trust and keep your audience coming back. And finally, the importance of community. The more we focused on conversations, interactions, and being part of those trends, the more our account grew, not just in numbers, but in genuine engagement. So Threads has genuinely become one of my favourite platforms because it's not about going viral, it's about being part of the conversation, having fun, and letting your brand breathe a little bit. So if you've been overthinking it, stop. Schedule a few posts ahead and start talking. You just need to be curious, reactive, and most importantly, you. Make sure to go follow us on Threads to see my unhinged posts, and if you want to see exactly how we grew 30,000% in just 3 months, make sure to download our free Threads report below. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what platform you're currently loving or hating. I'll see you in the next video.